Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode number 2 of this Arcane season 1. We're making a spoiler, so I'm gonna be full of spoilers, so it's gonna be a really good one. I had so much fun watching this yesterday. Let me scratch my back with a fork. A bit tired, but hey, I got 6 videos left to do, so let's fucking go. So it's really simple. What happened in this one? We have the introduction of Jace, who is a young scientist. He discovered, it's really cool how they put it. He discovered he's in trouble, and there's a person we learned that after, we never know who is this person, right? But we learn that they're a different race, and he give him a crystal, and it's supposed to help him. So Jay's whole life has been about studying those crystals, because if it could have saved him, it could save other people, right? And then but the crystal is a magic, and it's kind of cool because I'm playing this game called Metaphor with Fantasio right now, and it's very similar what's going on. So they're giving you magic, and you can buy magic. So the more money you have, the strongest magic you can use. And with power, that's always what's going to happen. So with this, Jace is like, hey, I found a way we can harness those crystals, and if I can create them, if I can use them, the possibility are limitless. Now the problem that Jace has in this very chapters is that he uses it without consent. He uses it without asking first, and it's a dangerous thing. We have the council leader, I don't know his name because it's a complicated name, who is from a race that lives hundred of years, who knows the danger of it. And he's like, no, don't use it, it's dangerous. And we have another council member that's like, this destroyed my race. So with Jace, he has this almost this court case, and kind of cool because we learned that Jace has been picked up by this family, which is also some of the introduction of Caitlyn, which Caitlyn is super important in the stories. If you don't know, then you should watch the show again. So Jace was kind of adopted, so almost a noble, because he was adopted by a noble family, but not necessarily a noble. And it's kind of cool because the whole time he does his speech, he says, what they're telling him, Jace, you did something very bad. What can you say for your defense? And Jace is like, well, I was trying to help. And the only person in the whole stadium to help, to believe in him, is a guy named Victor. Victor ends up being his accomplice, being his best friend. And the reason why Victor is such a cool character is Victor is in a place where he knows somebody that used it. He knows somebody that knows about it, so he knows there's proof to what Jace is saying. But also, Victor coming from a place of need, and the place of need is like, okay, well, I really need help. I really need help to live this life. What can I do to make my life a better place? And Jace come with a solution. He's like, okay, well, I can trust him. And what is kind of cool is Victor and Jace both came from a place where it needs to be use. And other people, they were talking to the elite, and the elite lives are perfect. So why would they need to take a risk to improve their life when their life is already perfect? They don't. But if they did the same thing in the city below, it'd be completely different. Speaking of the city below, guys, remember that we had a heist. They were followed, so the police force from upstairs are like, "Hey, we're looking for who did it." And now, vendor is like, okay, well, somebody betrayed us below. Somebody betrayed us, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to protect everybody. Um, if people, I cannot trust people. I cannot trust. If I cannot trust people, I can't save everybody. And so they go after the kids because they saw 4 kids, and they were researching, and the kids to hide, because technically speaking, they stole from a place. Technically speaking, they lost everything except for powder. She took some of the gem inside, which is fucked up because it proved that they were there. So then they escape, and then vendors like, okay, well, now they know that it's us. We have to protect them. And then there's somebody in the crowd that says, why should we protect you? The only reason we're in this position is your daughter. You can give your daughters up. You can give those kids up. You can tell the truth, and they'll leave us alone. They'll leave the place alone. You're only doing this to protect the city. So people are starting to doubt Vendor, and Vendor is he's kind of cool because is this protector of the city. He used to be like a bad guy, which we later learn why. But he ends up being this protector of the city, and he doesn't really reign by fear. Doesn't really reign by respect. which I fucking appreciate. I fucking adore. Even there's a deal that's going on, and one of the aristocrat, one of the noble gets ripped off, and he intervened in a way of, why are you intervening? Well, because I gotta protect people. I gotta protect my people. I gotta protect the people of this town. I gotta maintain peace. And what is cool is he says, okay, well, I would do the same thing. I would do it the same for you guys. And everybody loves Vander. Everybody knows that he has their back. So they believe him. However, Silco, which is the bad guy, the main bad guy of the first season, we learned was waiting for a moment for the people to turn their back or change their opinion on Vance, and now they change. And once again, the nicest part about it is we learned that Vance was a bad person, and he was angry. And we're seeing V gets very angry, and we're seeing V be in the same position that he was, and he's protecting her, and he says, anger isn't the solution. You have to make sure that this anger goes out. You have to make sure that you're a good person. You got a kind heart. You gotta protect that. You gotta protect the people that you love. So yeah, it's a super cool. Episode. I think episode 1 from 3 is a bit more calm, because again we're creating a before a event that's gonna happen in the next episode, and it's a time skip. So it's really cool, really important. It's a prologue of sort. So I'll see you soon for episode number 3.